welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making some yummy fall treats that you can make with your kids or even while they're napping. That is what I'm doing today. So Brooks helped me with a couple of these treat ideas. They are perfect for fall and Halloween, and I think they are so cute. He loved the way they turned out, and it was really fun to make together. So make some memories in your kitchen with your kiddos, and let's get to cooking. I did want to mention that I will have all of these recipes linked down below in the description box, whether it is a Pinterest pin or just a written out recipe if you guys want to try them for yourself. And if you guys do make any of these, make sure to tag me over on Instagram. I love seeing what you guys are up to. A couple of videos back, I posted a recipe for my pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. I've been making them for a couple of years. I don't even remember where the original recipe was from, but they are so good. So I'll put the recipe for that one down below as well. But I am really excited to try out the pumpkin spice snickerdoodles. Those sound so good. We're gonna make some little mini pies and then some really cute treats for the kiddos. So make sure you're subscribed. I do all kinds of homemaking content here on my channel, whether it's decorating or cleaning or in the kitchen making some yummy recipes. We keep it simple around here, so you guys will be able to make all of these as well. So don't forget to subscribe, and let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Alright, the first recipe that we are going to make are super simple pumpkin patch dirt cups. These are great if you have kiddos and you're having a get together either for Thanksgiving or Halloween or even just this time of year. Kids go nuts over these. So they're just a version of dirt cups. We also added gummy worms to ours, so I listed a bunch of the supplies. You're just going to make the pudding according to the package, and you'll just assemble it all together. The best part about these recipes is that you can get your kids involved. They love helping out and getting to get in the kitchen and make their own little creations. As you can see, Brooks was having such a fun time, even just crushing up the Oreos. So super fun. And then you also get to make a little bit of crafts with this one. So go into your craft supply and dig out some popsicle sticks. I picked up mine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make a little sign that says pumpkins for sale. Super cute. You could really do anything with these. So I'm just gonna hot glue a little cake pop stick, and then I will just put the writing on the front with a Sharpie once it's dried. We decided to also put gummy worms in there, so Brooks is just placing them on top of the pudding and kind of pushing them down and then covering them with the Oreos. So it's a special surprise when you dig into the pudding and see the gummy worms. Now you're just going to stick your signs in, and then we will get started assembling the actual pumpkins.
Someone to save me, no, and don't come running and blame me.
I ended up putting some green sprinkles in there to kind of look like grass, and then we also added some leaf sprinkles just so it looks like there's leaves on the pumpkin patch as well. So Brooks loved putting this together, and it was also really tasty. So it was approved by him, and I know your kiddos will love them as well. Next up is another kid favorite. We are going to make some chocolate apple turkeys. These are so stinking cute. They are kind of like a caramel apple, but more of a chocolate take. So those are the supplies. I listed them in the beginning. Now you're going to take some Honeycrisp apples and you're going to slice them into 1/2 inch slices or so. Then you're just going to get the core out. I used an icing tip for this, but whatever you got on hand, you are more than welcome to use. Then you're going to slide in some kebab sticks. That way you can hold up the apples and they're easy for little ones to eat. And then we will start assembling these adorable little turkeys. So first up, you're going to melt your semi-sweet chocolate chips. I ended up using a whole bag, and I recommend just warming up 1/2 a bag, and then you can always melt more chocolate if you need it, unless you are making more apples. If you're making more apples, make sure you have tons of candy corn and yellow M&Ms. First, you're going to put a layer of chocolate onto the apples and then quickly put a Reese in the middle of there and then add your candy corn around it for the turkey feathers. And Brooks was able to help me with this one. He loved putting the Reese's on. So much fun. And then once he seen how it went, he was all about it, ready to help.
Don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Just do it. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
Then you're going to put the candy eyeballs on by just putting a little bit of that melted chocolate and then putting the eye on, and then the M&Ms for the noses. Then this is optional. If you guys want to do a little red streak and then some legs on the turkeys, I would recommend doing this gel icing that's already ready to go. However, the legs did not turn out, so I stopped while I was ahead. But here are how the turkeys turned out, and I think they are so cute. Next up are some mini baked pies. I actually found this recipe out of the new Magnolia Journal, and I thought it looked so good. There's all different kinds of fillings you can put into these mini pies, and there are so many different takes on them as well. So I actually found a recipe on Pinterest that shows you how to make the crust and also the different fillings, so I will have that one linked down below, but I'll also write out the recipe for the description box if you guys want to make them. So you can either make your own crust, which will be very light and flaky. It's really good. That's what I did here today. But if you are in a time crunch and you don't have time for your crust to chill, it did take about 2 hours for the crust to chill. So if you don't want to go through that, you can just buy pre-made crust from the grocery store. That will be totally fine. If you guys don't get the Magnolia Journals, I highly recommend getting them. I honestly look forward to getting it whenever they come out for the seasons. They are filled with so many good stories and recipes and so much inspiration. So if you guys love home decor like I do and just all things homemaking, that is a really good magazine to get. It's the only magazine that I'm subscribed to, and I don't plan on stopping it anytime soon.
Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. She will never
Alright, once the dough is made, you're going to break it up into 4 parts. That way it's just easier to maneuver when you're rolling it out. So I'm just going to break them up into 4 equal parts, wrap them up in some plastic wrap, and then I will stick them in the fridge for about 2 hours, or really the whole point of getting them cold is so that they're easier to handle.
Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
When you're about 30 minutes out from getting your crust out of the refrigerator, I would recommend go ahead and make your pie fillings. So the first one I'm going to make is a brown sugar filling, and this one has some pecans in there. It has brown sugar, a little bit of cocoa, some cinnamon, butter, and heavy whipping cream, and oh my goodness, this one was so good.
Dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Next up, we're going to make a pumpkin pie filling, and you could skip making this by just getting some pumpkin butter, but however I didn't have any, so we're just taking some brown sugar, some cinnamon, maple syrup, and pumpkin puree. We're going to mix that together and it will be good to go. And I also made some pumpkin cutouts for the pie, so that will be going into those. The last filling that we're going to make is an apple pie. So I'm just using some apples. I'm going to wash them off, peel them, and dice them up. You need about 2 cups worth of apples. Then you're going to dump those into a bowl, and you're going to mix in some lemon juice, a little bit of butter, some cinnamon, and flour and sugar. So that is it for the apple pie. This one was really good as well.
Forever, forever. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Once your dough is ready, you're just going to make a little assembly line. You're going to lay some flour out on some wax paper, get your pans ready. You'll also need a biscuit cutter or even cookie cutters. And if you don't have either of those, you could also use the lid of a mason jar. And then you're also going to need a little cup of butter and a fork or a little brush to brush on the milk once you're assembling your pies. So first we're going to roll out the dough and get it about 1/8 of an inch thick.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done.
Then you're just going to start making out your cuts. You can use any kind of design that you want. Have fun with it, but you're going to need a top and a bottom part of your pie.
Suffer in this life, but don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
Once you have them all cut out, you're just going to add a little bit of milk to each side of the pie. Add your filling, and then you're going to press it down with a fork on the edges. You may want to get your fork into some milk, that way it adheres easily. So just press it down and seal the pie up.
it's so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
For the pumpkins, I ended up just sealing them with my fingers instead of the fork. That way they kept their shape. So you can do that if you are doing different designs.
You've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer?
The last step is to put a little bit of milk on top and then sprinkle sugar over them. Then you'll bake them at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. And here is the final product. They ended up being so good and they were so cute. Last up, we are making some pumpkin spice snickerdoodles, and oh my goodness, these were so good. So highly recommend trying out this recipe if you like snickerdoodles. It's just a little pumpkin spice take on them. I will say though, you're gonna need a sifter for all of your dry ingredients, so make sure you grab one of those. I found one at Home Goods for $5.99, and this is actually the first time I've ever used it, but I'm glad I picked it up because I did not have one, and there have been so many times where I've needed one. So you're going to sift all of your dry ingredients together, then you're going to do your wet ingredients, and then you'll mix them all together.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get
I'll have this recipe linked down below if you guys want to follow it. I know it's sometimes easier to follow an exact recipe than it is someone watching a video, so just for reference, it will be linked.
Never figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Once your dough is made, you're going to want to let it chill for an hour in the refrigerator. You don't want to skip this step because I found that as my dough was sitting out on the counter, whenever I baked those cookies, they kind of went flat. So to help them keep their shape, you're going to want to make sure to chill them. So now once they are done, you're going to add a sugar, cinnamon, and pumpkin spice mixture to go on top of your snickerdoodles. You're just going to get about an inch scoop out, roll it into a ball, roll it into your sugar mixture, and then stick them on the pan. And then you're going to bake them on 350 degrees for 8 to 9 minutes.
I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you.
And here is the final result. These were so good. Taylor's favorite cookie is a snickerdoodle, so he was definitely a fan of these. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing these treats that we made. I spread these out over about a week's time, so I made a couple of them over the weekend, a couple at the beginning of the week, and now I'm finishing up today. So, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to tag me down below if you guys make any of these. I'd love to see it over on Instagram, and let me know if you have any favorite fall recipes that I should try out next. So, leave me your recipes down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.